Put it on, girl. Let me see it. Put it on, girl. Let me see it.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Accidentally Informed, where
we can't guarantee that you'll learn something. Oh, wait. Yes, we can, because you always do.
That's right. I'm Claudia Jordan with my girl, Erica Kopp. What's up, Erica? How you doing?
I am so good. I can't explain it. I just am in such a just positive, energetic space. You know, when you make some changes, you do the hard thing, and then the blessings start to flow. That's how I'm feeling right now.
What hard thing did you do? Do tell.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't say hard that way. When you make complicated decisions, something that you've been putting off for a while and you have like mixed emotions about it and you let it go. Sorry.
Oh, I said, oh no, I was, oh really?
It's not about my marriage. Don't worry.
No, but I'm like being nosy. I'm like, well, what's good? What's tea? What's tea?
Yeah. You know, it's always interesting, like, especially with interpersonal relationships, whether they're business or professional, and you have mixed emotions because, you know, it's kind of like this sunken cost fallacy, like you've put so much into it. And then you're like, well, I should stay the course. And the universe and the ancestors and God are saying, like, it's time to move on. And then all of a sudden, at the time that you're ready to make that decision, all of these things, these pieces of information that you weren't privy to come to your front door. And you're like, oh, okay, I can do this without having any like feelings of guilt about it. Okay. So that's where I'm at. And the moment that you make those hard decisions, informers, a lot of y'all can testify to this, then all of the blessings flow. Because a lot of times that is where your money blocks are. It's on the things that you feel emotionally invested in, but they aren't for you anymore. And that's when things can like, you know, come in.
Well, good. I can't wait to be nosy and hear what you're talking about. We'll have to do it over some drinks because that's when you spill your tea.
Yeah, I do. I do every time. How are you doing? I know you're booked and busy as always.
Girl, I need a vacation so bad.
I know.
I really, really do. I feel like an absentee parent with this new kitten that I have. I'm never here. And every time I come home, I feel like the cat gained a pound. And she's like, oh, nice to see you. You took me off the streets just to kind of be present for me in my growth. You missed my new talent that I can jump on the countertop now. So I don't know, but I've been busy. It's been good. I just got back from Miami this morning. And a friend of mine flew in today. I didn't know she was coming. And then she's like, I'll cook for you. So I went and picked her up. So my friend Lauren Murray is in the kitchen. She made salmon that was stuffed with like crab cake. So I smell it right now. And I'm like, I'm so close, yet so far. I can't wait to eat. So yes.
You have the best friends. Somebody just said this recently. Tamron Hall just said this recently.
Oh yeah, Tamron. We go way back. Tamron. Oh, Tam. My friend Tam.
Tam said, I mean, it really is indicative of who you are and the type of friends that you have. So I love that for you. I love that for you. I want to give a shout out to the informers. Of course, Anthony Buchanan is busy moderating. Thank you so much. Angie says, Claudia, you might come home and 7 has your house tore up. 7 is misbehaving.
Absolutely. 7 is a terrorist. 7 has advanced very quickly with her ninja abilities. The way she jumps through like small spaces and like without like no hesitation, she learns to get on top of it. She's so fast. She bites my toe through the comforter and those sharp teeth go right through my toe. She's a terrorist, but then she'll come lay in your lap with those that cute face and fall asleep and just be purring so you can't get mad at her for long. But yeah, kittens will teach you patience.
Oh my gosh. Well, but have so much love. So much love to give.
All right. Well, we've got a great show for you all today. So let's get into it. But before we get to our very special guest, we have to discuss my good girlfriend, Rada Darling, who's been in the headlines once again. Now, Rada's fiance, Michael Blackson, publicly revealed he fathered a second son and then posted what many are calling a half-hearted apology to her. Now, we had Rada on a show a couple of weeks ago, and I hung out with my girl yesterday. We hung out last night. We actually made a really cute video.
I saw that.
Oh, there it is. Oh, we welcomed her back to the streets, and we edited that last night. Look at her. She's hesitant. Should I not? And we encourage her, come on back to the street. That's my friend Danielle. She's a teacher, very sexy lady in great shape. It's like riding a bike. And we were like, come on, Rada, you can do it. You can do it. And then our married friend Aisha, she's like, no, the streets are rough. Don't do it. And she's like pulling her back. And here goes the bad influences. No, come on, girl. Come on, girl. Come on back to these fun streets. It's so much fun. And we ended up getting her.
I love y'all so much. Oh my gosh. I love you all. I mean, just such a great time, all of you.
We you know what? Rada has been going through for a while. And Rada, you've hung around her. Rada's energy, no matter what she's going through, she's the one that's always having like a full laugh, like a full belly laugh, and just smile on her face. So to see her sad or to see her like thinking something heavy on her heart, it's really shocking and jarring. So we were just like trying to make her laugh. And she actually played along with it. She reposted the video. We had a good time. And I did see Michael did comment one of my other posts. And he's like, oh, it looks like Waiting to Exhale reboot. I think he's making small talk, but they had a long relationship, and I'm sure there's a lot of love there. But right now things are looking kind of cray-cray.
Well, I do have to just make a little note, because I did watch the Love and Hip Hop Miami trailer, and I too was like, oh, Miss Claudia Jordan, did you break the news about this other child and pregnancy to Rada? So that was an interesting drop.
Kind of, yes. I mean, there were messages coming in my inbox, and like her friends were saying things, and I had to have a conversation with Rada. But you'll see how it all unveils and unfolds on the show, and it's very, very jarring to find out in the manner she finds out, and while being pregnant. So tune in to the season. It's starting in like a couple of weeks. What do you think about public figures apologizing online if they can't take accountability offline? Because this was the first time Michael fessed up to the public that he had a second son. I thought he'd wait during the show. And he puts the pictures of the second son in the same post that he's apologizing to his fiance that he hurts. So what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think Rada said it best, and I'm just paraphrasing when she said that is a pathetic attempt of an apology. And honestly, obviously Michael Blackson is a comedian, and he tried to get some comedic, humor response in there, but not the time nor the place. And then also the way that it was all just sandwiched together, like that was a lot of information coming in at one time, and it was jarring. Like, it doesn't give any respect to either mother of his two sons. It doesn't respect his sons by disrespecting their mothers. And also to learn that his previous children, his older children, and his family didn't know until right before that post as well. I just felt like there was clearly he needs some type of crisis management, unless this is the brand that he wants to move forward with. And at this point, it looks like this is just going to be a part of his brand. But to use your children like in this way to forward your brand, it's just distasteful. I don't find it funny at all.
I think what I don't like about it, and listen, I know Michael for a long time, so I would consider that we are cool, cordial friends, I guess, right? Why is your fiance meeting your child your other baby for the first time on a social media post? Like, have a conversation with her offline. Like, talk about it. Like, don't have this woman out here continuing to have egg on her face. Like, stop letting her find out from other people. Like, I do think it is hard to have conversation with someone when it's going to hurt their feelings. But if you really love someone, you don't want them to find out from other people all the time, because then it feels like, damn, do I know you? Do I know anything about you? Like, why am I have to find out about shit online and on an Instagram post? And the optics are terrible.
It's also interesting that you are saying that you don't want to hurt someone when you've clearly made very intentional steps to hurt and disrespect them. And you find that them finding out in a way other than you manning up and being direct is the best option. So you don't want to hurt their feelings, but you want to dismantle their soul. That is just, I can't. This is an example of what my father would say all the time and still does. Stop trying to make sense out of nonsense. This is nonsensical.
I saw a lot of women turned off in the comments that Michael needs to be careful about that because he has a fan base and he makes his money by people buying tickets to his shows. And I don't think Michael's an evil person. I do think there's a little bit of narcissism there. I do think it's difficult for him to feel empathy. Because if you did have empathy if you were able to feel empathy, you would know that this would be very hurtful to someone that you love. Like, there's some things like, man, I got to protect, this person. I can't have them out here looking crazy. And yeah, I am there for her. And we all made a little petty video. I said, oh, we got jokes too. And we made that video of welcoming Rada back to the streets. Let me tell you something without saying names. I've hung with Rada for years, and she's the most loyal woman to that man. And when I tell you, handsome, wealthy, successful men were on her top, and she would shut it down immediately. She was not entertaining nobody else. She's a good woman, and anyone that has her should be lucky to have her. And yeah, you can go get you OnlyFans models and prostitutes and lower level women that are just okay with being second, third, and fourth tier. Not saying all of his women were like that, but if this man is publicly engaged and all that, it is what it is. Rada can to the left you like this, but she loved him. She loved Mike. And she it's like men can't manage self-control, but somehow women are able to do it with like fantastic other options that are out there. And still we manage to just only have eyes for our man. I'm sick of blaming, it's just a man being a man. Women, we've been getting hit on since we were 12 years old. And somehow we managed to not just be so ran through. Men, I'm sick of ran through men. We don't want ran through men either. So there's that.
Well, I'm sending Rada and little Mikey so much love because not only that, but people also have to remember she is going through postpartum.
Yes.
So this is a lot to add to anyone's plate. And, I find her to be such a nurturing, beautiful spirit. And I'm just wishing her the best.
I want to address one last thing real quick before I move on. There's lots of love for her, but a few people that the criticism is, well, she knew they were in an open relationship. Never in their agreement was it ever okay to have another baby, to have a baby from one of these other things, trysts you've had. That was never, you were supposed to use, like, when you're in these kind of relationships, what I hear is, use protection with these other people. To lay up in it, ejaculate, and create a child, that's a whole nother thing. That's not the same as, well, he's with other people. We've had an open relationship. Bringing another child into the world, that changes things. That's different than being okay with, hitting something here and there. So
also, and just a reminder that came out not that long ago, I believe she said that they planned for Lil Mikey.
Well, she's been open about this, so I can talk about it. For years, they were trying to get pregnant. She was very honest and open that she had miscarriage. And they went through a couple rounds of IVF.
That's a plan.
Yeah, that was a plan back then. Then they broke up, and then she got pregnant, and then they got back together. And he was very happy about this. I will say this about Michael. Michael is a great father to his kids. He loves his children, but you're not all the way a good father if you don't care about the mental well-being of the mother. So you got to work on that. Like, it's showing up and being a good dad is not just spending time buying them stuff and calling them on the phone. It's also having care, like you said, of the mothers and the mother's well-being and their mental, because their kids, babies feel everything. Babies and pets are very in tune to the vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A new study says men who can't stop cheating suffer from mental illness. It suggests that chronic cheating often comes from emotional immaturity. And for a lot of people, it's a quick fix, a way to feel in control, boost their ego, or dodge their own insecurities. Do chronic cheaters deserve sympathy if it's rooted in something mental or is it just an excuse? And I want to say there's a great Instagram page that I started following. Not saying this is about Michael. His name is a DL Whisperer. Check out his page. He talks about men that cannot ever find happiness with one woman, that they have to go through so many. They're insatiable, like, nope, 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 nope. It ain't her. It ain't her. Like having like this urge where they just can never find happiness with one woman, that's a sign of some men that are on the DL. So anyways, what do you think about this?
Well, I think that I think there's truth to both of those things. I do think that it can be, and when I'm careful to say about mental illness, because also that to me infers that you are suffering from something that is out of your control. And I do feel that there are certain mental illness related characteristics that can be addressed through therapy and putting in the work. It's just a matter of if that's a priority for you or not. So I'm never one to be like, oh, well, your brain just wasn't wired properly. It's like, there are things that you can do in order to become and evolve as a person when it comes to behaviors such as promiscuity.
I'm like, miss me with the bullshit, right? Miss me with the, yeah, my mother wasn't in my life, so I therefore must terrorize every woman that I lay down with. I cannot be. Or, oh, my daddy issues. That's why I'm a hoe. Like, okay, we all have issues and we all are trying to heal the inner child. But at some point, you do have to like address some of these things. You can't just keep on going through life terrorizing other people because of something that happened in the 1980s.
Well, and also it's cyclical. I can believe that it's a form of self-loathing because everything, the tables, they so quickly turn and everything is revisited upon you. Karma and karmatic bonds and cycles are a very real thing. So if you want to continue to put this type of energy back, just know that the things that you're struggling with in your life are self-manifested because of the things that you chose to do.
That part. Well, take a look at my Instagram page to see the Welcome Back to the Streets videos to Rada. I think I'm going to be offering these services. Like, you want a cool homegirl crew to come hang out with you when you're welcoming your recently broken up friend back to the streets. We will come do a cute video with you. I think this might be a service I might provide.
Hey,
I'm a good breakup coach. Like, I bring my friends on trips and we get through it and we keep it moving. And I pride myself on being a good shoulder to lean on, to cry on when you're going through a breakup, because I get it. I get it. All right. You're listening to Accidentally Informed. I'm Claudia Jordan with the beautiful Erica Cobb. Our next guest, if it's news that's trending, messy or shady, he knows all about it and he's so good at it. He's a pop culture expert and author of the Wickedest Wives series. Please welcome to the show the amazing and very classy DJ Richie Skye. Hello, friend.
Now I got to keep it classy. Okay.
No, I don't want you to.
I got it.
I don't want you to. Make me look like a liar because we have fun. Please. How are you?
I'm good. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
We are so honored to have you. I read the message that I sent to you and I was like, I really came in like, I was like, I want to step to you correctly. I just like to step to people correctly when I ask them if they want to like collaborate in any way.
I was like, yeah, absolutely.
I love this. She didn't tell me she was doing this. She just went and did it, which I love. And I was like, hell yeah. Because Erica has great ideas. And I love that she got you on here. And this is long overdue, I think.
It is. It really is. And I got a little bit of psychological, y'all talking some good stuff here.
Thank you. We try to keep it, we try to have elevated conversations, but then I always find a way to ratchet it up a little bit.
I was going to say it's kind of like righteous and ratchet. And you guys have a good marriage of both.
Charlemagne said that. And we were like...
I know. I feel bad that everyone calls Erica ratchet because I really love her and she's a good person. I just think she's a little misunderstood. You know what I mean? Like, but righteous all day long over here.
And I mean ratchet in a good way. That type of like that wholesome type of way. Like, yeah, I'm gonna go get my girlfriends and we're gonna go out. We're gonna show him what's up. I like that.
Yes, right. And Erica always surprised me with these stories she has. Little by little, she like reveals something about her. I think one day I found out she was like a big drug dealer kingpin in like Chicago. I don't know. I would love that.
No, but I will tell you my brush with that. I keep my hands clean. Yeah. I keep my hands clean. I was gonna say in the future.
Okay. Drug mule. Let me find out. Let me find out who's a drug mule.
Okay, I've never dealt drugs, but when I was a bartender in Chicago, people used to think that I was the plug, and I didn't understand why. And so someone finally said, the head bartender was like, it's because you look the least likely to be the plug. So then so someone would come and ask me like, oh, do you know where I could get, whatever. I'd be like, yeah, give me $20. And so they would give me $20 and I'd be like, I'm sure it's in the bathroom somewhere. And so I was making like this.
So you were drug dealer adjacent. You were a facilitator.
I would assume that if I were doing that, I would find it in the bathroom. So I made a lot of money that way.
Business behind the bar with Erica Cobb. I love it.
I love it.
Yeah, that and selling loose cigarettes.
I love it. We're going to find out a crime before the end of this run. I'm telling you. And I'm here for it. Now, look, DJ Richie Sky, we want to get your take on some trending stories, of course. Let's get into it. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right. First, Mase told his partner that if she wants to get married, she should buy the ring herself.
What's the craziest thing I ever asked for?
Yeah, from a partner.
When I was first going to get, I thought about getting married. I asked her to buy the ring if she was serious. I thought that would let
You asked her to buy the ring?
I'm different.
All right. Now some are calling it modern equality. Others say it's giving breadcrumb energy. Let's go to our guest first. What are your thoughts on this?
First of all, I was wondering, was he being serious or was he like looking for a moment? Like I feel like sometimes you got to ask nowadays, was that for social media or was that real?
Mm-hmm.
Second, I feel like there's the magic of the moment that is lost. If you say, you're going to give me a ring and I'll marry you. Like, no, who does that? You're Mase. You're Mase. You ain't got no money. I don't know.
It's a good question. And it kind of sounds like it's not about the money. I think it's about I think pride and ego falls into a lot of this. I just want women and men. I want people who are marriage minded, expecting for someone to propose in the future to really up your standard. And then when you get that standard high, up it again. Because most people are going to fall short of your expectations. But when we're going in at a 6, 7, and you're going to end up with a 1, 2, and that's just what it is.
I think that this clearly is someone that he didn't really want to marry, right? So, because no one man that really wants to marry a woman is going to tell her like, you go get it. I think that was just a way to get out of it. I don't know. Because I do think a lot of men struggle with how to break something off with a woman. Instead of just being upfront, they'll try to be annoying and push you away, do things to make you break up with them instead of just saying, you know what, I don't see it. I don't see that for us because it's so hard. They want to hurt your feelings, but they end up hurting your feelings anyways. I would be horrified if a man said, you go get the ring. But DJ Richie Sky, you and I both know, we won't say any names, but we both know there's a lot of people in reality television, some housewives that have bought their own rings because they wanted a certain caliber of ring and they were with men that made less money and they needed to do it for the gram and do it for television because it had to be on a certain level and they would dare not have their man buy the ring that he could afford from Kay's at the mall or Jared's. So instead, they called their jeweler and said, hey, put me together a 5-carat princess cut, cushion cut diamond, and I'll come pick it up. I'm going to hand it over to him, and then we're going to film him proposing to me like he got it like that so I can shit on these bitches, but it's really me that bought the ring. Am I lying? Am I lying?
Ooh. I feel like I'm the only one on the outs here.
Who do you think would do that?
Me? Who do I think? I don't know. You seems like you and Richie know something the rest of us don't. I'm with the informers. We're like, there's some guesses in the comments. I don't know.
Let's start here before people say, Richie, is there some truth to what I'm saying? Does this line up with what you've heard?
It does line up. It absolutely lines up.
More than one, and not just housewives, maybe basketball wives as well.
Yeah.
Now,
listen, word on the street. Let me say that.
Word on the street.
Who do you think would do it?
There's a lot of silence on this podcast.
I need more liquor.
D Sunbay, thank you for the super chat. Says, Claudia. Here's my question, though.
Okay.
I want to pose to both of you. Do you think that basically, because you're basically telling your future spouse that what they can provide for you isn't good enough in this moment? Mm-hmm. So do you think that is an ill setup? Is that a recipe for disaster?
Yeah. I mean, I think that anytime you are talking about something as serious as marriage, there is obviously the romantic aspect of it where somebody, if we're talking about this, somebody has to propose to somebody else. And I think that just the way he threw that out there was careless. It took away all of the romance and it took away the seriousness with which you take marriage and the way that you enter it. So I think that if this is the setup, then girl, run the other way.
I think that gave the same kind of energy as when you see a woman getting down on one knee and proposing to a man, because if a man wants to marry you, he's going to ask you. He's gonna ask you. And if he wants to buy you a ring, he will buy you a ring. And trust me, I've made that mistake before where going for the okie doke and it wasn't right. And guess what happened after I thought I was being so noble by accepting less, thinking like, oh, well, we'll build together. It's okay. At the very first sign of first argument, threw it right back in my face. Well, if I really wanted you like that, I would have done this, that, and the third, and I didn't. And you like, and all your kindness and patience that you thought you were offering this person and grace, they will stab you right in the chest with that. And it feels horrible. I was there and I thought it was like romantic to even like, let's struggle together and let's get it out the mud. And it got thrown in my face that, you know what? Basically was like, you know what, bitch, if I really wanted you like that, I would have done this, that, and the other. I'm like, oh my God. And I was over here thinking I was having this person's back. Don't do it, ladies.
Well, I mean, we've all made our mistakes. I actually downgraded my ring.
Well, because you have a rich husband and you probably felt like it was too obnoxious. You're like, I cannot go around with this 19-karat ring. You were like, we're going to make a necklace out of this ring and 2 bracelets. Richie, don't even. I'm dumb. Okay. Okay. How big was it? And then you made it. What'd you do?
So I downgraded the band because the ring was ringing more than especially at that time in my life. Like I was still I was taking public transportation.
Was this back in the day?
This was, when he proposed 10 years ago. Yeah. And I was like, I do not feel safe. Like I did not feel safe.
I want to feel not safe with my
I didn't.
I want to be like, I'm on a public bus.
No, I wasn't going to take the bus. Like, and I'm from Chicago. So it's like taking public transportation. It's very like, it's not a class system thing. It's just what you do. You know, you take the L, you take the whatever. And I was like, it feels like a lot. It feels aggressive. So
you feel like your ring should have came with car service?
Yes.
She said aggressive.
It did. Now, because, as you wear it for longer, it gets smaller and smaller. So now I'm like, maybe.
and Richie, her ring is nice. It has a lot of like it's a good quality diamond. Like there's no like black marks in her diamonds. You know what I'm saying? There's no irregularities in her diamonds. Like it was not from a diamond district. Her diamond came from a high-end place. I seen it and I peeped it. Shout out to your husband though. That's a beautiful thing, Erica. Mm-hmm. Like you felt like it was so obnoxious that you wanted to downgrade it.
It did feel like I honestly, I'm being honest. I just didn't feel like my lifestyle was conducive to that that much going on my finger. And I was very scared. I've been robbed before. So like, yeah.
Okay. Okay. Because I was like, I've never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Oh, you downgraded your ring?
Yeah. I wasn't the brightest bulb. Okay.
All right, moving on. Rumors are swirling that Real Housewives of Atlanta production drama. There is lots of drama going on. Cast shakeups and low ratings may push Bravo to pause or even pull the plug on Atlanta. Say it isn't so. What do y'all think? Do you think it'll end? What do you think this franchise needs to succeed? Let's go to you, Richie.
I don't think that. Oh, girl. I mean, well, with the current lawsuit with Kelly and the ex-husband, maybe we need to downgrade her as a friend, at least for this season, until we can get that sorted out, because she kind of came into this franchise with that kind of shadow. I don't want to call it a shadow, but I mean, obviously she has her story, right? But if she's in litigation and it's active litigation and now the network is coming into it, they've got a ton of lawsuits right now.
And Kenya and Britt Eady, that
exactly.
They let
So
them
how much can you take as a network? Obviously, I mean, it's NBC Universal, so a lot, pretty much. But still, I think what it takes for this franchise at this point is probably a nice little break.
Really? Make people miss it a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I think just until you get the casting exactly right. I think we were almost there this past season, but it's still missing something. It's missing that central character that can really like bring the energy, and maybe that'll become Michelle, since we're hearing that that's what she's doing the show. She's funny, she's smart, she already's had experience with the network, with the Queen's Court. So I think that they are maybe hedging their bets that she will be the type of person that can help bring it back to its glory days. But that's what I think. Downgrade Kelly for now, and then let's see what K. Michelle does.
I'm a little surprised to hear you say that it may need a pause. I'm just surprised by it. I don't have a retort. It's just, what I'm thinking. But also, I'm interested in seeing what type of litigation this is. Now, granted, this is coming from Media Takeout. I haven't seen a bunch of other places that are corroborating the story in terms of it being about Kelly's ex-husband. But the reason why I'm interested in this litigation is because there are other husbands who have come for Bravo. Todd Napola from Real Housewives of Miami is currently suing the network over allegations that he's broke. It feels a little tenuous, but he also signed an agreement to be on that show. So I don't feel like that lawsuit is going anywhere. Kelly's ex-husband, we never saw on camera.
Yeah, he didn't agree to be on the show, so it's different.
Right. Mm-hmm. Everything we know about him was narrated through her. So it is a different spin on the way that we normally see these cases where people are coming in with egos bruised based on how they were depicted. I've never heard of one that is about what was said on camera about them and they never signed anything.
Yeah. It sucks that, I mean, I remember the glory days of Housewives, 4 or 5 million, person ratings. Like, yes, television's changed. It's video on demand. People aren't waiting for a specific time to all watch together Fridays at 8 p.m. or Sundays at 10 or whatever. So the ratings, but they're a tenth of what they used to be. Like, it used to be they used to really run those numbers up. And I think, I do think kind of getting rid of a lot of the central stars of the network. I mean, of Housewives, think about it. Nene Leakes is gone. Candy Burris is gone. Kenya Moore is gone. You know what I mean? Portia's kind of in and out. Well, she was gone for a minute and came back. So it's like, when you'd watch, I remember growing up watching Bewitched. When they switched out the husband, Daryl, I was like, what is
Darren?
I'm like, what is this bullshit? Like, radio, it's like people are trained to check for their people, introduce a new person here and there. Yeah. But I feel like it's so different than what it started out as. And you're bringing people in with no relationship to each other. So their stakes are not high anymore. So do we really care if this person get into a fight? No, because we know they just met last Tuesday.
Exactly.
So the stakes aren't high like they used to be. It's and then it's orchestrated beefs. Okay, I'm going to be mad at you because you didn't invite me to your kid's bar mitzvah, whatever the hell. It doesn't feel like we're not ooh, what's really happening? We're okay, this is produced.
Yeah, I agree. And then you think about the whole Kenya and Brit situation. And I think that for me was the point where I would say, let's take a break. Let's recalibrate and figure out who needs to be here, who doesn't need to be here, and what we should do next. As much as I want the franchise to come back, just like that, like Potomac, Married to Medicine, sometimes you need to recalibrate, like with Jersey, and just figure things out first and get a solid plan with a solid cast, a group of people who know each other very well, and then you move forward.
And I think they need to look at Potomac, because the way Potomac is handling things, that show is popping right now. To me, it's the best one right now. I think it's the best one.
Agreed.
Here's the thing, though, and it is an interesting example because Potomac is attainable. Married to Medicine is attainable. Where Real Housewives of Atlanta has gone to feels not as attainable to the average person. So when you are so aspirational that it feels unattainable, then you start to get some type of a disconnect with the audience, particularly when some of the math isn't mathing. And I think that's a conversation where we're breaking the fourth wall in real time, specifically with the Dr. Wendy situation, because what we're seeing is, like, unlike, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and don't get me wrong, not everything that we're seeing, the math isn't always mathing on that. But a lot of the math is mathing, and it's the premise for the show. When we're elevating beyond where the viewers came in and really had that bonded relationship with these characters, then I feel like we, the viewers, are losing a piece of our favorite housewife, or that parasocial relationship we have with them. But then they're also losing it with each other, because when things aren't real at the foundation, it's hard to have stakes for people to really commit to.
Well, listen, speaking of committing, Garcelle Beauvais recently hinted the only way she'd return to Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is if Erica Jane exits the cast. How do you think this plays out? And what do you think about this?
Personally, honestly, I think that it was Garcelle's time to exit.
Really?
Yeah, I think that even at the beginning of this past season, I said it in my head. I said it out loud. I said, this is her last season. It just felt like the right time for her to leave. She had so much going on. I think she utilized the platform for what she needed to utilize it for, and she moved on. There's like a phrase that I've always heard is like, leave the club before the lights turn on. Because like, you don't really need to see who you were dancing with when you were drunk at 2 a.m. No, get out at 1:30, right? Leave, exit. And I think that that's what she did.
Erica,
I love that. I'm going to use that. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to borrow that. It's time to leave the club before the lights turn on, because you're right. I think that Garcelle gave a masterclass in how to utilize the platform and not let the platform use you until you don't have any other place to turn. Like, so many people have locked their entire identity on this platform and the moniker of being a housewife, that when it's over for them, and generally it's not because it's their choice, then they don't know their identity. And Garcelle came in with an identity. She leveraged her career, because she has said, like, we all know fancy has been fancy since, the dawn of time. However, Garcelle herself has said that she didn't know fame until the type of fame that Housewives and Bravo fame afforded her.
Yeah.
So she did her, 3 seasons? Was she on for 3 seasons?
I think it was 5.
Oh, was it? Oh, wow. That was yeah, because she came in during the pandemic. So yeah, so she did those seasons. She got all of her Black Girl Missing and all of her producers, all that stuff, and she exited. And it was seamless. It was, I don't think that in hindsight, the way that she did it probably was something that she was wanting to do in that way by just leaving after the reunion. But I think it was a masterclass in housewifery.
I didn't like how the women were to her towards the end. I didn't really watch the show like that to know what the nuance was or what she did. But I like Garcelle, and I felt like at the end, I'm like, y'all so damn disrespectful. It's like, it felt like they were like a pylon to Garcelle, and I don't know her to be a mean person. I don't. Erica, they say she's a mean girl, but I don't know Garcelle to be a mean girl. Am I totally off on this, Richie?
You are not off at all. Okay. I literally almost stopped watching because I felt like the way they were treating her, even leading up to the reunion, but at the reunion, it was horrible.
Would you say it's fair to say this? there are two types of women that come onto these housewives shows. There's women we've never heard of before that totally become who they are as far as fame through the show. And that's no shade, but we didn't know of them before. Maybe they were a lawyer or they were a model or whatever, someone's wife, whatever. And then that becomes their entire personality, right? Then there's women that come in that already have a pedigree, a resume. The Candy Burses, the Kenya Moores, the Kim Fields, the Garcelle Beauvays, the Claudia Jordans. And I think sometimes like it's almost like I don't know, like some people want to like look how they even do Drew. Drew has a long ass resume, and I feel like it's an easy way, like let's all attack this woman, right? And I think that happens a lot with these women that come in that already have something popping for them. Maybe you have a target because you're already well known, and people be like, "This is our thing. What are you doing over here?" I don't know what it is, but I think the women that come in with something already popping, like a career established, they are fine when they leave. They will find other success, and they use a brand to elevate them, and they get bigger deals. I think jealousy, maybe.
That's a good question.
Yeah, Christine R says they jealous of fancy, and I agree, Christine R. Here's the other layer that a lot of people don't talk about. I have been on ensemble casts my entire career, like 25 years at this point. And a lot of times I am the only Black woman in the room. Sometimes I'm the only Black person in the room. And what happens is, I think it's a lot of times, yes, we can say all of the obvious things that you're in that situation for. But particularly when you come in and you aren't following the template, you become the blueprint, the animosity is stronger for you. Because unlike the ways that other people have found themselves in these positions and platforms, your road is carved in such a jigsaw. It's never like it's never a straight amplification. So what it took for you to get there creates a different blueprint for the brand. And that means that regardless of who your counterparts are, there are always going to be these things that they're never going to be able to fully touch or compete with you on because they haven't had to exercise those muscles. It creates a lot of animosity. It creates jealousy. And that's a part of the problem. It's that underlying frustration. Now, I'm not saying that all of it is rooted in the fact that she is a Black woman. I'm saying that her journey is rooted in that. And because other people don't experience that, they don't understand it. So when they become, like Garcelle became so quickly a fan favorite on their platform, then that's where that comes from, because they can't touch those things.
How dare you, uppity Negro, come to the Beverly Hills franchise and become a standout star, and you do not have a sagging neck, dry skin, and deep crow's lines in your face. How dare you look the youngest and you're probably the oldest, and you brought your Black ass to Beverly Hills and blew up on our platform, and we had to marry old men that we can't stand, and you have the nerve to have options after this? Bitch, we don't want you around these parts. Negro is what they thinking. Translation, that's what I give. That's what I give.
Keep in mind that I'm dragging Claudia to BravoCon.
I can't wait to see them all.
I'm like, you think there's gonna be drama on the stage? I'm like,
I do not.
I want a full report. I want a full report, please.
Y'all know I do not care. I am not afraid of anyone, and I do not. And I will say,
we love that about you.
I will say the same thing to those old faces. Okay. All right, DJ Richie Sky, you're always a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us. Tell our informers that love you already where they can find you.
Everything at DJ Richie Sky. Website, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, all that.
Tell us about your travels, because I was listening to you. It might have been with Carlos King. And yeah, this was a while ago when you did your first trip. Mm-hmm. And then you started inviting your audience to travel with you. I want to hear more about this.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean, it's just become a way for people who have been afraid to travel, afraid to get out of the country, or maybe they have friends or family who don't want to go, or who back out at the last minute, or who have had bad trips before. This is a good way for them to come along with a group of people, and it's a safe environment. We have our own tour, like our own tour guides, everything, and it's all with me as well. And I feel like I'm the type of person that, I didn't realize this, I'm an introvert naturally, but when I leave the country, I feel like I come to life. even more. You know what I'm saying? It's something about, I think, being an introvert, and sometimes in front of the camera, you can appear one way, right? But when the camera turns off, like, I'm at home on the couch most days, right? But it's an opportunity for me to grow as well. So that's what I love about these trips, because I get to experience places that I never would have been with a group of people that I had not met, but maybe had watched me for a long time.
When's your next trip? Where's your next trip to?
I'm going to Cape Town at the end of November, and then Vietnam is the current trip that I'm promoting in March.
Oh, that sounds
Love that.
fun. Erica, let's get your husband's credit card and let's go.
Okay.
You over here downgrading rings. I'm sure there's some extra money over there we can use.
Oh my God. I'm like, I'm going to regret saying that. I haven't said that in a decade, but yeah, it is the truth.
Richie, just let me know where I can send the PayPal or whatever.
I got you.
We appreciate you so much. Informers, go over, support DJ Richie Sky. And I love this idea. I'm honestly, when I heard it the first time, I was like, can I go? So I'm really going to try to hop on one of these trips.
You should.
Saying.
It's fun.
Okay.
Anthony, if you're watching, we have a work trip we have to go on soon.
Yeah.
So pay no attention to next month's bank statement.
Yeah.
Credit card statement.
Thank you so much. We love and appreciate you.
Thanks, y'all.
Take care.
Thank you. And I love what I love about him. He's so positive too. Like he gives good recaps without, he's not mean.
He's not mean, or he's not me?
He's not mean.
Oh, so great, emotionally intelligent. Just like I love to hear him.
And a cutie pie with very pretty green eyes too. Informers, before we wrap, we've got a few exciting things we don't want you to miss. First up, a special shout out to Informers on our Patreon page. Andy, Rael T, all the way in London, Sylvia W, Malibu Kelly, Nicole W, and Daniel D. We appreciate you. For everyone else, if you've ever wondered what it looks like behind the scenes at Watch What Happens Live, get on our Patreon, because this week we're taking you backstage. Just scan the QR code on the screen. And now a shout out to all the small business owners out there. Listen up. We want you featured on our show and on our exclusive holiday gift list. Just email us at accidentallynformed@gmail.com. Tell us about your product and why it's the perfect fit for our audience. We're going to choose a select feature on our show, whatever it is. We want to hear about it. And last but not least, mark your calendars for next week. Our guest is none other than Kiki Monique, host of Reality Checked on Sirius XM. You do not want to miss that one. Once again, thank you, Informers. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out. And we will see you next week. Friend, you got something else you want to say?
I do. One, I just want to circle back on the small businesses. We're looking for products that you want to promote for the holiday season. So make sure that you're a small business in e-commerce, and we want to collab with you. And lastly, thank you, Informers, for voting for Comeback TV Presents and the Anthem Awards. We're going to give you another chance to do that because voting closes tomorrow, and we would love your support in the sustainability, environment, and climate awareness category. I think we have a full screen. There you go. So if you could give us a little bit of love, we would appreciate that. And I appreciate all of y'all supporting us last week as well. Claudia, I know you're busy. Thank you for making time for us, and Informers. We love you so much.
Thank you. Always a pleasure, my friend. I'll see you next time. Bye, Informers.
Bye.
Put it on, girl. Let me see it. Put it on, girl. Let me see it.